Okay, hello, we're back. I wanted before I did a video on uh replaying older matches and seeing what it's just watching them over instead of recording them on spot. It's better on my computer, and while watching it hindsight, I can look at things, stuff like that. Anyway, I forgot which one was it. Options. Oh yeah, replay theater. It's kind of cool how they have a theater. So I had it's this last replay, but it's also, the one I saved. I had my first this is my first match on Genivo. So Genivo, if you don't know what it is, Generals Evolved, mod for Red Alert 3 that puts generals in Red Alert 3 engine. So that's what that is. Um if how to I'll put a link in the description for a video that goes over this game really, really well. But just know that it's basically generals inside the Red Alert 3 engine. So this is me. Back then at least. So I'm gonna actually spectate as actually free cam for now. This is me. Got my teammate pink and teammate blue. Got enemy yellow, enemy red, enemy orange. My settings are on lower than most other people because I have I don't have performance issues. I can actually run it a lot higher. I just do this for performance reasons. So he builds supply yard, another supply yard, gat cannon here. I'm building supply yards. I got the little power guy over there. And this is a cool stinger site that I'm going to put down here. So, I'm going to switch to this man. I'm going to probably watch this team more than the other team. Because it's more interesting. I can tell you what everyone else is doing independently at any time. This man right here, he's going to end up being Mr. Builderman. Oh, these mines.
Pick up some goods.
These mines end up being important because he gets to see my worker over here. When he puts down these mines. Of course, it doesn't matter because he goes before the mines go off. But he can actually see that I'm building stuff right now. So he ends up sending a GAT tank over to take care of it. Meanwhile, this man, I think at one point he builds another command center here. He literally built all the defenses for this team, so it's kind of cool. I don't see this in time, so I end up just having one people to take care of this GAT cannon. Yeah, I tried to back that guy out of there, it didn't work. So now he starts to build Battle Masters. He sees the threat here. Meanwhile, yellow over here secures mid for their team. Really nice. Meanwhile, I'll go back to... Okay. He destroys my stinger, of course. I come back with a scorpion. Pink over here, not doing, literally not doing anything with turtling. That's kind of funny. Blue over here, blue, I liked blue. Blue was pretty cool. He spams infantry, which, for this mod is kind of OP. At least right now, it's beta 0.2 right now. Actually, beta 0.2 patch fix for anyone who's watching this in the future. Or quick patch fix, or what's it's called. So now, getting my stinger site built up again. Now, for some reason, anti-aircraft units, like quads and GATs, they automatically, leave randomly for some reason. I don't know why. But now we got a bit of a battle here. I end up getting completely on here, as you can see. But I got my stinger back up. And stingers do a lot of damage, so he ends up being really wise here. He's not overextending. Meanwhile, red and yellow are uncontested as literally the rest of my team just kind of huddles up and literally bots out with defenses. Yellow being nicely aggressive. These two guys are being nicely aggressive and taking the mid and stuff. Orange is trying to stop me from messing around over here too much. Tries to do something about that, but barely escapes with his health. So now he's able to build. Oops. Come on. He's now able to build Infernos. He's going to be building Overlord tanks now. I end up building more defenses because, obviously I'm going to need them. So, I don't think I put him just in time. Meanwhile, I have not much, I'm building stuff, but I'm just trying to keep up over here. And these guys are literally just having a happy camping while slashing over here. Pink is doing literally nothing. Okay. I mean, that's fine. And normally this Inferno Cannon would take out these guys, but Genevieve doesn't have that function in yet, so they're just gonna literally be on fire and be completely fine with it. He's just chilling on fire. That's funny. I wanted to go take care of it, but I didn't know that red is literally their team's defense main here. And they just end up wrecking my tanks here. I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna do that. One thing that kind of sucks with these fire bases is that their bombs actually track units. It ends up being kind of annoying. Meanwhile, again, yellow doing a really good job to keep blue out of here. But this is a lot of crap. This is a lot. This is pretty intense. Kind of dozer over here. That's funny. Pink has one overlord. That's it. Meanwhile, this is about the time where I'm like, yeah, there's no way I'm gonna be able to take this back. I try to grab a rocket buggy, try to maybe take care of this guy from here, but he doesn't have the range to do that. And again, following artillery shells. That's fair. It's fine. These guys hunkering down in the mid. We got like literally 2 overlord tanks. I swear, this guy, he's not yet doing much. I say that because, retrospect, he does do a lot later. He ends up killing that. I see that there's not really much I can do here, so I sell out. Meanwhile, I'm building a second war factory, getting some tanks produced. I want to be able to outnumber him if it comes down to it. But if you notice here, is he building... He's building overlords. He's building emperors. Not good for me at all. Maybe get another deck of supplies before I sell. I get my rocket bunnies out. Maybe get some tanks ready. Because I gotta prepare for this crap, you know. I don't really know. I had never actually seen this, or at that point I hadn't seen this, but I knew that it was coming. Meanwhile, he's literally just using like a factory. What is he using this? He's not even using it. Let's see, let's spectate him. This is Ultra Silver. He has no money, really. Which is weird. Because...
Are you ready?
Yeah, that is weird. He must be the overlords, you know? But he's got not much. This whole attack is going to be annoying. But thankfully for me, I got only 2 rocket buggies so far. Small tank force, it's not going to be enough to beat this. He, however, Pink here, doesn't seem to know how to upgrade his, well, there's no money to upgrade his overlords. Orange over here, doing a good job to not overextend. I try to make a little bit of a pincer movement here. Tanks here, I'm going to put the buggies around this way. Pincer him a little bit, take care of this really bad mess right here. Red's made a bunch of missile defenders here, and if he does a good enough job, you see, yeah, there's the command center. Missile defenders and this, rocket infantry, really powerful. Of course, they're just kind of, chasing these bunnies. Bunnies are too fast. He pulls his tanks over here, nice. Meanwhile, blue, getting owned, actually. Yellow's doing really nicely over here. Spamming quads. He's not playing stealth. I think he's demo, actually, so why is he attacking with tanks? No idea. This man has a lot of stuff. You can see, he can obviously steamroll me. I have literally nothing over here. All I have is my few tanks here and my huddle of rocket bunnies. At this point, he knows, okay, there's stuff here. Let's go kill stuff. So, he has a nice little force. I have, a few guys, not much. Blue, I actually used my bounty on this because I knew they'd all die. Again, I have confidence in my team, don't worry. He does a good job of clearing this out again. This is where that pincer movement came in, as I was talking about. We got a few guys up here. These guys are going to pay attention to the tanks. And then I go with the rocket bunnies, try to kill a couple tanks, go around from the back. Try to kill as many emperors as possible. Of course, I go back up here to kill some of the contact tanks. Got some more tanks over here being made. Got my upgrades with the black markets. Falling back with the tanks because they're dying. Again, micromanaging my rocket buggies. That was like the biggest part of this match, was as long as I could micromanage with the rocket bunnies, I was good. course, his Infernos aren't nearly enough to take care of Rocket Bunnies. Well, not... It wouldn't matter how many, actually, because, you know, Infernos don't track. Meanwhile, Pink is just... You know, I think that's kind of what Pink did this entire match, was just spam Overlords. Yeah, one thing I really liked about this mod is you got those, like, voice lines that you don't hear in General's skirmishes all much. Like... It's really nice aesthetically. Again, he could have squashed me at any time in this earlier end of this match. I could have probably pulled around the right, like, this flank here as well, but yeah, not much here either, but we don't want to waste, of course. Yellow making a nice little advancement here. Blue trying to do what he can, stop that supply of tanks. I think at this point not many people have much money. I'm just sort of hanging out. I actually have a normal worker who's going to be making a second command center here. I realized the reason why I did this is actually because I realized that this base isn't very well defended. Like I don't even put these RPG troopers in the nest until like he's attacking. So that's nice. Oh yeah, my Scud I built. I put it right here. If I waited a little longer, I would have killed this entire attack force, but it ends up doing a really good amount of damage. I get the bounty bonus a bit late. What's fun about this is I actually didn't have access to the beacons. I don't know why, I just was the player not to have it. Is this tank gonna die? Oh, if I had Anthrax Gamma. Or not Gamma, Beta. Oh, I got him. Never mind. Ooh, he also gets nuked. And after this point, this guy, Orange, sadly gets just absolutely pummeled with, like, artillery and stuff. It's so... It's like... I feel like, our team... Although, alright, I'm gonna stop there. I don't want to spoil things. I don't know why he attacks the new... Oh, that's why. It was Oh my gosh, that's so low. Yeah, if I had known he was going to do that, I would have popped around with buggies back here. In fact, I didn't know that was open. I probably would have at any point if I'd known that was so open. And I come and try to support Blue with Rocket Bunnies. Blue is doing a great job of just existing as a Chinese opponent. He's got tanks and stuff. Doing really fun. No gats because he's mostly just a big. It's kind of how you're supposed to play China as far as I know. Of course, the enemy's spamming quads. I guess that's why he doesn't really want tanks. He just wants to take care of all the infantry that's coming in. I haven't played with these yet. Karikushita. Karikushita. Oh, of course, yeah, Red starts spamming these tomahawks. Oh, I like these buffed version of the tomahawks. They're actually, like, usable now. Because in Nova Zero, they're not very usable. Oh, he does take out the nuke. I didn't actually know that, so... Wow, that would have... Huh. I got a sizable tank force, got a sizable Rocket Bunny force. I'm sort of just existing all over the map right now. Again, Yellow being one of the more proactive players, making sure Blue doesn't get too comfortable over there. Pink kind of just anchoring in the middle here. Yeah, maybe do a little more damage in case any of the devs watch this. I love how I do that. I immediately died. Oh, two of them immediately died. The other two didn't. I just love that. They just immediately died. Oh my gosh. But yeah, I recognize that I probably could have coordinated this a little better, but I recognize that if I help Blue over here, he can actually easily kill Yellow. And so I send dudes over here. Unfortunately, due to the Red Alert 3 engine, this happens. I'm telling them to attack move here, but since they're not in the same spot, they like congregate somewhere. It's really dumb. But while I'm attacking, Orange here realizes that I'm busy and I'm not using... See, I'm pulling the Rocket Bunnies away. So I don't have any defenses over here, so I don't get the warning until now. And I'm like, I'm all the way over here, I'm fighting, I'm doing work, and then I look on my mini-map and I'm like, oh, this is happening. Ah, I put this in here, and they stop? Excuse you? Alright, cool. Pink actually does help out with his Megs. But of course this happens. My Rocket Bunnies come in to save the day. You got like, what, 5 Overlords? And if you'll keep in mind, he doesn't have enough money to repair stuff right now. Like, he is broke. He does have the oil derricks, but that's basically all he has. He doesn't have anything, so yeah, he's getting wiped, and he doesn't have anything to back it up afterwards. Tank hunters get run over, and I just end up rocket bunnying my way to victory here, as far as this little mini skirmish goes. Yeah, micromanaging with rocket bunnies, oh, so powerful. Oh, I forgot to mention, he mined this, and while I put my rocket bunnies here, I couldn't have them run away, so that was actually pretty nice, or pretty smart of him, because then I couldn't micromanage the bunnies as much as I would have wanted to. I still end up doing these, and meanwhile, Yellow doing a fantastic job at making sure Blue doesn't have too much room. They're, again, spamming infantry. I think he actually picked infantry general for this. Pink comes over and decides to do a frontal assault on this. I mean, he does end up helping a lot with Orange as a threat, so that's nice. So Pink, as you can see, sets up this giant freaking, like, monolith of a base here. Blue, again, I bounty the Blue, because I know, yeah, they're probably not going to make it too far, and I end up getting money off of this. So, yeah, Blue doesn't usually push too far. Because, again, Yellow's doing a great job of making sure you can't do that. These are nice. I like them. Of course, he does make some headway. Red's defenses get destroyed. Carpet Bomb just slightly misses most of his quads. I biobomb his base. I think someone else attacks something over here. Nearly gets these tank hunters. I'm, again, making more bunnies, making more tanks, making a bunch of technicals, because at one point I noticed that these guys existed. And I was like, ah, yes, let's get rid of that before they kill all my rocket bunnies. My little rebels, I just sent them over to make a nuisance of things. They don't do anything. And the tank hunters get run over. And this supply stash just gets beat off the entire game. Now Orange, if he had done this earlier, he probably would have killed me, but he has the amazing idea to use helixes, which would be extremely good against my blob of rocket bunnies. He puts them over here so that people don't see him. Very, very smart of him. Again, Orange, very smart player. Red, I really wish that tanks on America were good enough to the point where someone could depend on them, because this is, like, Red, I feel like Red had a really good job, and he did it really well. But, like, even a few tanks just to help out Orange here, that would have been nice. I mean, not just the part, like, not just these, but some actual tanks would have been really helpful. Where does that land? Oh, yeah, that's right. Yellow gets his stuff rocked. And then I ended up going through here and clearing out Yellow. I get the opening and I take it. Red defending Orange there for a minute, but it's too late. I'm already going over and cleaning up Yellow. But yeah, I mean, that's one thing I had a discussion on in this mod's Discord. Probably should go check it out if you can. It's these guys are really great. The mod developers are fantastic people. Where does that land? Oh, right here. Okay, of course. Kills his command center. Pink mops up. Patriots, or not Patriots, Tomahawks aren't enough against this. Obviously, not like a bunch of Crusaders would have been, but like, one thing I was talking about was that the USA is just the weakest faction right now as of patch fix 2.2, quick fix 0.2. No reliable tanks, really. Crusaders and Paladins are just too weak right now. But, I mean, Red still manages to do a pretty good job. Doesn't really use helicopters or his airfield at all. But he still ends up doing a nice job of trying to defend with Tomahawks. I keep calling them Patriot missiles. What is this? This Helix is doing a backflip! That was awesome. I love... Oh, the Red Alert 3 engine. So amazing sometimes, and so terrible all the time. Oh, look at this. Buggies, very good against... See, Red didn't defend himself against attack from here because Yellow is here. Now that Yellow is almost dead, literally only hanging on by that building, I'm able to just go in and mop him up. Oh, that's Red's. Getting destroyed. This man, all this entire team, all they have is Red's base and these helixes. That's like all he has. Of course, we don't have to worry about this pile here if we're just going through this way. So, and Purple started to use MiGs a lot. He only has one airfield of MiGs. Personally, I like to have at least 2. He, of course, Mr. Orange Man, decides to kill all my light vehicles and kill my buggies over here. When I see this, I'm like, oh shoot, this counters me really hard. Oh no, I run away. Overlords right now don't attack aircraft until you tell them to, so I want to note that just in case anyone thought this was stupid. Of course, when I see the helixes, I immediately spam quads, because, you know, that's what you have to do. Blue over here, again, continuing to mop up. I do this. This ends up... Actually, I did that earlier, but these guys are all stealth. I put a stealth jammer on these guys. It's hilarious, because later, these helixes will just go over and just not... Well, he would have probably used the helixes, but these guys are just hanging out here after the center. And it's funny, because these guys could easily wipe these guys out, but they don't know they exist, because every time he actually, I think I spectated him earlier, he uses his camera to go over here, sees nothing, and then goes back. It's ridiculously hilarious. Just like, there's nothing here. And so he just doesn't deal with it. But I do have bunnies over here, and that's what he wants to kill, but he doesn't see them. Okay. And then he starts attacking again. Oh, man. Is this an E-10 strike? No, it's just... Oh, it's a Moab, and... Oh, man. I would have killed him if he but he's got a bunch of quads stacked out here. Meanwhile, his Overlord stash, he's just focus firing all of them. Those guys die. Red, has... Yep, they all die. But yeah, that was really fun to play. I had a lot of fun with that match. I hope my replay here did it some justice. I know I'm not, like, the best in explaining stuff. As you can see, units-wise, Blue, like, frickin' made a lot of, like, tank hunters and red guards. I didn't make that many. Purple, like, us three ended up making a lot, but that's because we were winning, you know. Structures. Red, like I told you, Red defense heavy, so he was building a lot of lasers and stuff. He, of course, we ended up killing him eventually, so that's why it's going down. Purple, me, Blue, we just, at one point we just had a cap of buildings that we were deciding to build, and that was it. Resources, fairly even. Pink, of course, had the middle, and that's why he's so high. But me and Blue had basically the exact same amount of money, which is funny because I'm only having that much money because I'm collecting bonuses off of everything that dies. So that was pretty funny. And then summary here, KDR. I had 1.15, and for GLA that's good because usually you spam with GLA, and the fact that I got 1.15, that's nice. Blue, again, he spammed, so he had almost half KD. Red, we didn't really end up attacking his point defenses as much because, you know, that's a bad idea. So, I mean, that's kind of all he had, really. Purple was building an elite army of Emperor Overlords, so obviously he almost has like 2 KD. Yellow, I told you guys, he did a really good job. Yellow here was doing great and keeping Blue out, so he got a good KD. Orange, he did a great job, but our entire team was hammering him. Like, he was just, you know, getting put down every second. Units killed. Wow. Again, Yellow's doing a really great job here. He killed a lot. Jeez. Again, Pink didn't do anything most of the match, so... But he was really important, you know. He did have a lot of anchorage, I guess. And I was just killing Orange, really. So, I mean, I had a good number. And then 87, because, again, he didn't have much... Red didn't have much of a chance to do anything. 170, so that's nice. Units lost, 127, 51, of course, you know, elite units don't die often. 219, again, Blue lost a lot. Income per minute, yeah. The enemy team wasn't getting much money, and our team was, so you can see that's a stark difference there. Resources collected, oh, I collected, like, almost the most. Actually, our entire team was just a lot more, but actually, out of our entire team, I was the least, but, you know, Efficiency rate. Oh, look at this. Efficiency ratio. So that's how much we're spending compared to how much we're getting. I have the highest efficiency ratio. This is probably because of the fact that I I'm used to playing games like Planetary Annihilation, where um, if you're not spending, the game yells at you. So I'm used to just absolutely using all the money I can. So my efficiency ratio is really good here. It's best of the match. Infiltrated. No one like infiltrate. I don't even think that's a thing you can do right now. Special abilities used. Orange was really trying. Holy jeez. Support powers used. I think that's like ambush, right? I don't understand what the difference between these two is. Yeah. So that was fun. That's Generals Evolved. Or Evolution, not Evolved. I'm a dummy.